Good morning once again. Welcome to Randall R. Sadler Stadium on the campus of Earlham College as we bring you Quaker baseball, the final game of the three-game set against the Hornets of Kalamazoo. Quakers going for an 11-0 start after sweeping the doubleheader yesterday by the final scores of 5-3 and 8-4. Big day for several players, including Addison Robertson, 3 for 4 in Game 1 with an RBI. Dre Davis back in the lineup for the Quakers in Game number 1, getting the start at third base, went 2 for 4 and drove in a run. Kyle Gorman, 6 2/3 innings. He picks up the win in Game number 1. Second game, Quakers fall behind early in the first inning, but score 5 runs in inning number 2. That set the tone the rest of the way as Earlham wins Game 2 by a final of 8-4. Isaiah Shake, 2 for 2, a couple of runs scored he drove into. And Kendall Baker coming up big yesterday as well. Baker 1 for 3 in Game 1 and 2 for 4 in Game number 2. They've been waiting for his bat to come alive. Kendall 2 for 4 in Game number 2, and Joey Gerbis picked up the win. 5 innings, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks on the afternoon. So the Quakers now 10-0. They'll try to finish out the homestand the first time ever at 11-0 in today's contest. It'll be Colin Greavy going for win number 2. He'll enter today's contest at 1-0 with an ERA of 6.52. He'll be up against Ryan Franklin, the sophomore. No wins so far this year, and 1 loss in just 1 appearance and an ERA of 2.25. When we come back on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we'll hear from head coach Steve Sakositz as they prepare for the final game of the homestand, and now they'll head to Florida for the next few days. We'll talk about that coming up in just a moment right here on Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Steve, final game of the 11-game series, hit home, and then you head on the road later tonight. You get a win today, and you start at 11-0. And I've asked you this before. Every time you picked up a win, that it's hard to win 11 in a row. I don't care who you're playing, but you've had quite a homestand.
It's been pretty good so far. We've Done a lot of good things. Obviously, we told our team this morning, being a quarter of the way through our season, you couldn't ask for a better record for that. But I also told our guys that there's a lot of things we need to continue to work on. Yesterday in the day we walked 15 guys, I think, on the day. We hit a few guys. We kicked it around 4 times. We gave them 19 free bases yesterday. They had 15 hits on their own, 3 extra base hits. So when you combine what we gave them and what they did hitting-wise, it could have been a bigger day for them. We kind of got a little lucky yesterday, and the free bases they gave us, we took advantage of. So, we've got to make sure we're playing a little bit better for us to be able to be where we want to be at the end. But to be 10-0 and not have played our best baseball yet is kind of scary. So I'm excited, hopefully, for what we can do going out there today. We told our guys, the hardest out in baseball to get is a third out of an inning. You can get 2 quickly, but the pressure to get that third one is a tough one. Well, it's the same thing here. We've got the first 2 games of this series. They're going to fight as hard as they can to try to salvage something here, and we have to understand that. They're not going to go quietly. We're going to have to work as hard as we can to try to get this sweep and go out there and compete every single inning.
You met with the team, and you generally do after every game. Talk about what you said to them between the 2 games yesterday, because we were watching a little bit, and I know they didn't last very long, but I'm sure you probably said, listen, you got to play better in game 2.
Absolutely. I think that our kids sometimes, we didn't come out as awake as I'd like us to be yesterday, and we kind of had to have them do some things to wake us up. A good team, which Kalamazoo is, they're not going to give you those opportunities a lot of the time. A lot of the time that game will go the opposite way, and we just can't have that. We have to be more locked in. We've got to be focused from pitch 1, inning 1, and sometimes, too, we've got to let the umpires not dictate what we're doing. What I mean by that is our players just being so emotional in every single call. As I tell our guys, if we need each call to go our way, we're not very good. So we have to understand there's going to be some adversity in games, and we were able to overcome those things yesterday, but again, we can't be living on the thin line like we've been doing.
Is some of that perhaps some of the players that went from high school to college baseball now, and they've got to understand that this is now something you can't take days off, and you can do that in high school sometimes, get away with it, but it doesn't happen here at the collegiate level?
I think it's just depending, with our guys, getting done with classes and now being on spring break, you got a lot of other things that are pulling them different ways. I mean, in life, you're going to have all these different things that are going to affect you off the field and all that. And as we tell our guys, when we get the white lines, we got to focus up on what we're doing here. So I'm not questioning that. I think our guys will. I think the guys understand they want to be where we're at. We're excited to be 10-0, but we want to be 11-0 and not focused on anything else after today.
All right, talk about pitching yesterday. What did you like overall? As you said, maybe a few too many walks here or there, but overall, did you like your starting pitching?
I thought Joey did a pretty good job as well as Kyle. The difference where you look at where Kyle went in his game and where Joey went, Joey, we again pulled at 98 pitches into the 5th, where Kyle can give us a little more depth because he's just more aggressive in the strike zone. We got to stay out of 3-ball counts. That's a big thing. We're in 3-0, 3-1 counts, a little bit too much, where our defense goes on their heels a little bit, and then it's we can kick a ball because we're not as active as we could be. So we just told our kids again today, we want to make sure we're in the strike zone, dictating counts, and we tell our guys if we emphasize it, we're going to be good at it. So we're going to continue to emphasize we need to dictate counts. We need to make sure we're getting ahead of the hitters. And if we do that, opponents are hitting 211 against us right now with what we're doing. So imagine if we dictated counts, that batting average against is going to be even less.
Yeah, I got to ask you before we talk about today, you've had some, at least here in the early portion of the season, some base running errors here. They're picked off, maybe thrown out at second base or such, and that's kind of unusual for your baseball team.
You think about it, a lot of these guys, this is the first time getting opportunity to play for us in a significant amount of time. So I'm actually not as worried about that. I would almost prefer some of our guys to get picked off and to get thrown out at times because it means they're being aggressive. Sometimes if we're getting picked off in a red light or a no-steal situation, that's a problem. But if we're getting thrown out in these things, we want them to know it's okay because we don't want them to have any kind of guard up where coaches can get mad at me if this happens. If that's the case, then they're not going to be successful at all and they're not going to go at all. We want our guys to know if we're being aggressive in what we do, then that's what we want. And if we get thrown out or we get picked off, well, you know what? We'll get the next guy out there.
Yeah, as long as you know it's not to the point where it becomes mental for them, right?
Exactly. I mean, the base running system has to have them being the ability to know that failure is a part of it, but if you're worried of failure, then you're going to fail. If you're not afraid of it, you're going to be aggressive. More likely than not, you're not going to fail.
All right, Coach, what about today? Who do you go with?
Today's going to be Colin Greavy. We're excited for him to get another opportunity. He's already, I think, 1-0 on the year. In his career, he was our number 2 last year on the mound for us for the most part. I just want Colin to go out there and to get in better counts today, kind of learn from what those guys did yesterday. He was on scouts with us. We want to go after their hitters and see what we can do. And big thing is keeping the Wiley kid, number 25, off base. We can keep him off base like we did yesterday. It totally changes what they want to do in their offense.
It had to have been nice to have Dre back in the lineup and Isaiah as well. They came and made immediate contributions.
They did, and it. We're getting healthier. We're not there yet. Playing in the weather we're going to play in today is going to be some things for our hamstrings and that. But our guys are excited about the opportunity they get, and I'm glad to get those guys back out there.
All right, Coach, good luck today.
All right, thank you.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Back here at Sadler Stadium on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shearer pregame show. You heard Coach Zach talk about, even though they got the 2 wins yesterday, not totally happy with not just their effort at times, but again, their lack of focus, and they'll need to do that here today in game number 3. Starting lineups brought to you by Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Friday, the tuna, Saturday, the Black Forest ham, and Sunday, the meatball marinara. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Here's how Kalamazoo will line up in game number 3. Jordan Wiley, who the Quakers have done a good job keeping him off the base paths so far in this series. He is 0 for 8. His batting average has dropped down to .211 coming into this final game of the 3-game set. Wiley will lead things off. He'll be at shortstop. Batting second, and their best hitter and still hitting well, he's 2 for 5 in the series, is Stephon Leclerc. Leclerc at .429. He will bat second and play in center field. Chase Gosselman gets the start as the designated hitter. He'll hit third. He's hitting .300. He's 3 for 5 in the series. Connor Grant, the cleanup hitter at first base, hitting a .263 on the season. He is 3-9 so far in the first 2 games. Josh Reuter will hit 5th and get the start in left field. Reuter's 4 for 10 in the series, currently hitting at .294. Andre Gard, 1 for 5 in the 2-game series. He'll bat 6th and get the start in right field. He's hitting at .067. Alex Fultz will bat 7th and catch today. So far, still looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 11 to begin the season. Drew Nowitzki gets the start at third base. He'll bat in the number 8 hole today, 1 for 2 in the 2 games. And Amani Kareem gets the start at second base. He'll hit 9th. He is 1 for 1 so far in the 2 games. So it'll be Wiley, Leclerc, Kosselman, Grant, Reuter, Gard, Fultz, Nowitzki, and Amani Kareem today for Kalamazoo. And right-handed pitcher Ryan Franklin gets the start. He's 0-1. He's appeared in just 1 game. It was a start, lasted just 4 innings. Gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. He comes in at 0-1 with an ERA of 2.25. For the Quakers this afternoon, Isaiah Shank will lead things off. He'll be in center field, 2 for 5 yesterday. He's now hitting at .500 in his 6 games this season. Mark Gendreau will bat second. He'll be at second base. He's hitting at .417, 1 for 6 in the series. Danny Dopp will hit third. He'll get the start at first base. Dopp 2 for 6, now hitting at .296 on the year with 7 RBI. Addison Robertson, the cleanup hitter and DHing. Robertson 4 for 7 in the series, hitting at .469 with 8 runs driven in. Andrew McFadden gets the start today in left field. He'll bat 5th. McFadden looking for his first hit in the series. He is 0 for 6. His batting average now .229 with 8 runs driven in. Ian Bach back behind the plate. He'll bat 6th. 0 for 4 yesterday in 1 game played. He's now hitting at .333. Still leads the team in RBI with 12. Dre Davis gets the start down at third base once again. He'll bat 7th, 2 for 7 in the series, now hitting at .391. Kendall Baker 3 for 7 in the 2-game set thus far. He'll be hitting 8th in right field. Baker's rate raised his batting average now to .231, and Brian Pinsura will be hitting in the number 9 hole in this final game of the set. He'll get the start at shortstop. Pinsura now 1 for 7 in the series, currently hitting at .219. So again, it'll be Shake, Gendreau, Dopp, Robertson, McFadden, Bach, Davis, Baker, and Pinsura. Colin Greavy gets the start today for the Quakers. We'll give you his numbers coming up in just a couple of moments. Stay right there. The first pitch is just moments away. It's Earlham and Kalamazoo, final game of the 11-game homestand. It's coming up in just a moment. All the action, as always, right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Well, Colin Greavy, as we mentioned, gets the start today. The right-hander, 2 appearances this season, both starts. He's thrown 9 2/3 innings, giving up 15 hits. 7 runs, 7 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, and 5 walks. He is 1-0 on the year with an ERA of 6.52. And when you look at how the starting pitchers have done for the Quakers this year, the one thing he has not done, at least to his satisfaction, I would imagine to Steve Sakis' satisfaction as well, as avoiding the 3-ball count. So that'll be a huge, huge key for him today. That was kind of a key also for the other pitchers this weekend. Try to stay away from the 3-ball count that really does put a little more pressure on your pitcher and also put your defense a little bit on their heels. So hopefully today for Colin Greavy, he can limit the amount of pitches, keep that bullpen fresh before this team heads to Florida coming up later today. And we'll, of course, as always, talk more about that Florida trip in the broadcast here today. So Earlham again looking for their first ever 11-0 start. Greavy taking his final warm-up tosses. Another cool day today. A little bit of a breeze now blowing in from center field, as we may see temperatures get into the upper 40s by the time it's all said and done. But just one game today. We've been generally playing a 4-game series against in fact, Wittenberg as well as Wilmington, but just 3 here today, so Earlham can make their way south. Jordan Wiley will lead things off.
25, Jordan Wiley.
Wiley, 211. No home runs, no runs driven in, and you heard Coach talk about it in the pregame. Wiley with 5 stolen bases is the one guy they have kept off the base paths consistently so far. In the first 2 games, he is 0 for 8 in the series. So Wiley steps in. Start time at 12:06 this afternoon, and the first pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes. What a very short turnaround from a doubleheader yesterday. Second game went just over 3 hours. And then, of course, the time changed. They lose an hour there, and then back here at the ballpark early this morning. That pitch in there for a strike. And it's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. We will set that defense in a moment. Colin gets the sign. Here's the pitch, and it's bunted third base side, but foul. We'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ian Bach got the second game off yesterday. Josh Wilson did a nice job once again filling in behind the plate. So Ian starting catcher today. It'll be Dopp at first base, Jandros at second, Pinsur at short, and Davis at third. In the outfield, McFadden in left, Shake in center, Baker in right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the first inning, Greavy gets the sign from Bach. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wiley back in, 2 balls, 2 strikes as Greavy set to throw the leg kick and the pitch. And he goes up high once again, 3-2. Now there's exactly what we were talking about a couple of moments ago, opening up with a 3-ball count to the leadoff hitter here in Jordan Wiley. Here at Sadler Stadium, 310 down the left field line, 375 in the alleys, 390 dead center, 325 down the right field line. Is that pitch coming inside, and that'll be a leadoff walk. And again, there's a guy you don't want on base, and that is Jordan Wiley.
Now batting the center fielder, number
Here's
17,
Stephon Leclerc.
Stephon Leclerc.
Boy, Leclerc, a hitting machine right now for Kalamazoo. The left-handed hitter hitting at .429. No home runs. He has driven in 5. 2 for 5 in the 2 games. But a very dangerous left-handed hitter steps in as Greavy will come set. Third baseman Davis in close. Here's the stretch and the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Leclerc, though, so far this Kalamazoo team has yet to hit a home run, has the potential to strike from the left side as Greavy looking to keep Wiley close at first base. We mentioned Wiley 5 for 5 in the stolen base department. Greavy gets the sign. Bach sets up on the outside corner. Here's the stretch by Colin, and the pitch runner takes off. The throw down to second base, and not in time, and a stolen base by Jordan Wiley. Not a bad throw, but a little bit high by Ian Bach. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Stephane Leclerc. Boy, Wiley yesterday just had a rough day, and they really needed him on base. They were struggling at times, leaving runners in scoring position. But that came down to the bats in the middle of the lineup not driving in runs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be foul tipped at the plate, and we'll go to 1-2. I would imagine you go back to the doubleheader yesterday, we were looking at double digits in amount of runners left in scoring position in the 2 games by Kalamazoo. And then Earlham also took advantage of some mistakes made by the Hornets throughout the 2 games yesterday. The stretch by Gravy, and the 1-2 pitch on the way is a breaking ball that stays outside. Very little break on that one. We'll go to 2-2. Cold day, as we said, so again, the pitching will be a little bit more difficult for Colin Greavy today, just because, again, the grip on the baseball will be much different than what they'll see down in Florida coming up on Tuesday through Thursday of next week. The stretch and the break-even pitch on the way, and so far he cannot get that ball to come across the strike zone, and we're once again at 3-2. So the top 2 hitters forcing the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. The stretch. Wiley the lead at second. And the payoff pitch once again. Good cut by Leclerc, and he fouls it off. We'll stay at 3-2. Joey Gerbish yesterday in his start. Coach Sack talking about the amount of pitches that he had thrown before they lifted him in the 5th inning, and it came because he had so many 3-ball counts in that contest. They felt that it was time to bring him out of the game. Here's your 3-2 pitch once again, and good cut by Leclerc to stay alive. Top of the 1st inning. Kalamazoo already with a runner on base as Jordan Wiley down at second. Kalamazoo has jumped out in front in the first 2 games of this series before the Quakers have come back to eventually take the lead and get the win in both contests. And now Greavy trying to get out of trouble here in the 1st inning. The stretch by the right-hander. Check of the runner at second. The pitch on the way to the plate. Hit well into right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Wiley rounding third. He'll score easily. And much like what we have seen in the first 2 games of the series, Kalamazoo jumps out on top 1-0. And again, a 3-ball count getting Colin Greavy in trouble. And it's 1-0.
Designated hitter, number 14, Chase Kozelman.
Here's Kozelman, the designated hitter. Leclerc with the RBI. That is his 6th run driven in on the season. Kozelman, 3 for 5 in the series. He is swinging a hot bat right now for Kalamazoo. Greavy set to throw. The pitch on the way, and again, no break on that curveball as it stays high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes, and we have a visit to the mound. You kind of felt that might happen eventually with Greavy struggling. And it may be about grip, and in fact, you look out there now, he is trying to get, I would imagine, a little more feeling in that hand. You can tell that he kind of flexed those fingers and was blowing into his hand, trying to get some warmth going. I don't think he has a very good grip on the baseball in the, again, cold day we're experiencing today, though he has already thrown in 2 games this year, and we haven't had very much warm weather yet, so it's probably, again, nothing new to Greavy. So after a short meeting, even Greavy working that shoulder a little bit, so you wonder now if there's maybe stiffness in his right shoulder. as Kosselman steps in. 1 ball, no strikes. LeClaire down at first base, and a run across for Kalamazoo. The stretch by Greavy. The pitch on the way, and that's hit foul. Pretty good cut again there by Kosselman. We saw LeClaire get some good cuts. Outfield straight away. Greavy gets the sign from Ian Bach. The pitch. Runner takes off. Fly ball into right field. Baker comes in, will make the catch. Retreating back to first is LeClaire, and there's one away.
Now batting the first baseman, number 23, Connor.
Here's Connor Grant. Grant hitting at .263. He's now 3 for 9 in the series. So one away here in the top of the first inning. Greavy's pitch is low, ball 1. Now, there was no indication in the pregame that Greavy was having any sort of issues whatsoever, but you every once in a while see him shaking that right shoulder. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's low for ball 2. So he's gone from high in the strike zone to low, where he's trying to locate that fastball now and get ahead of the hitters, and he falls behind 2 balls, no strikes. LeClaire down at first base. 1 for 1 in the stolen base department. The stretch. And the 2-0 pitch popped him up right side, and that'll go out of play. What we saw yesterday, in fact, both Gerbis and Kyle Gorman at times get into some trouble in managing to get out of the situation, giving up no more than a single run in an inning. See if Greavy can do the same. The runner takes off, and the throw down to second is off the mark. And by the way, the hitter, which I'm a little bit perplexed about that, as Connor Grant, a late swing on the bat, and I think he did it, and that's going to be an interference call against the hitter, as Connor Grant swung the bat after Ian Bach came out from behind the plate to throw to second, and the swing was so late that he really didn't even attempt to go after the baseball. That's the situation that you're looking at right there. So the umpire will call Connor Grant out, I do believe, so he will be a strikeout victim. So Grant is done right there. There's 2 away.
The left fielder, number 5, Josh Reuter.
And now the Kalamazoo coaching staff, they're not happy with that. The fans that hear from Kalamazoo not happy either. Here's Josh Reuter. I think that's a pretty good call, because there was no way that Grant was looking to swing to hit the baseball, and he would have swung earlier before he saw that Ian Bach got a hold of the ball, was throwing down to second base. So that's a huge out, and they'll make the runner go back to first. Now the runner takes off. Here's a throw down to second, takes a hop, the tag laid on, and that'll do it for Kalamazoo in the first inning. Well, a controversial call, and then they throw that one to the wind, and that's all the umpire's going to hear right there from Kalamazoo. They do pick up a run. We will head to the bottom of the first inning. Kalamazoo 1, Earlham coming to bat. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue, or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Earlham Baseball being brought to you this afternoon by Chef KC, located at 1301 South L Street in Richmond. Catering for all events or occasions. Personal chef and traveling barbecue service, carry-out, and delivery is available. Chef KC, 1301 South L Street in Richmond. Well, a rather bizarre end to the first inning for Kalamazoo. After the interference call against Connor Grant, Stephon Leclerc trying to steal second base, thrown out, and so Kalamazoo once again held to just one run in an inning. They've scored no more than one in any inning so far in now the three-game set. And you'll look back at the at-bat by Connor Grant, and it really was a good call. It was Ian Bach who was ready to throw to second base, and Grant probably should have swung at that pitch if he was meaning on missing it, instead of waiting till Bach got up and was ready to throw to second, and then he swung the bat, and that just is a no-no. Ian Shake, or take that back, Isaiah Shake will lead things off, followed by Mark Gendreau and Danny Dobb. Isaiah hitting at .500, 2 for 5 yesterday, has 5 runs driven in. And it is really good to have this guy back in the lineup, he along with Trey Davis.
Fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Well, Ryan Franklin making the start. This will be his second start, as we mentioned, 0-1 with an ERA of 2.25, and the first pitch in there for a strike. Ryan Franklin got the start against Oglethorpe. The late kick and the pitch by Franklin, and it's low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Franklin out of Brentwood, Tennessee. The 1-1 pitch on the way. This one is a high fly ball, shallow left field. Coming on the run and sliding and missing it is Reuter as it comes out of his glove, and that'll fall in for a base hit for Isaiah Shake. Here's Mark Gendreau. So Earlham has a man on here in the bottom of the first inning. Good effort by Reuter in left. He had a long way to go to get to that baseball.
The second baseman, number 40, Mark Gendreau.
So now each team with a base hit. Quakers get the man on they want on base, and Isaiah Shake. Gendreau, 1 for 6 in the series. He is still hitting at .417. The stretch by Franklin, and the pitch on the way. That one sails over his head, gets away from Fultz, and heading down to second base is Isaiah Shake, and that'll be a wild pitch on Franklin. That one just went over the head of Gendreau. So just like that, Earlham with a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first inning. Fultz gets the start behind the plate here in Game 3. The stretch by Franklin, a check of the runner at second, and home with a pitch. He'll show a bunt, pulls back, 2 balls, no strikes. Grant at first base, Kareem at second, Wiley at short, Novetzky down at third. Reuter in left, Leclerc in center, Guard in right. 2 balls and no strikes now to Mark Gendreau. Isaiah Shake now at second base. Grant coming in at close at first and coming in Novetzky at third. The throw back, and it gets into center field, but Isaiah Shake unable to pick up the baseball in time. Now hopefully he's okay. He was injured. In fact, he's shaking that left hand. I'm not sure if that's the hand that suffered the dislocated thumb, but he got hurt sliding it at third base earlier this year, and it was a little slow getting up at second base on that slide. 2 balls, no strikes, the stretch by Franklin. Check of the runner at second, and he'll come home with a pitch and misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Boy, the last thing Earlham needs is to lose Isaiah Shake before they head to Florida. But he appears to be okay, though again he was shaking that left hand. The stretch by Franklin. The pitch on the way to the plate, misses in 4 straight, and Franklin, that step, he's going to check where that hole may be for his first step, and was a little bit off balance on that pitch. So he will walk his first batter of the day, and here's Danny Dopp.
Now batting the first baseman, number 7, Danny Dopp.
Danny right now hitting at .296 on the year. The pitcher will turn as Franklin bluffing the runner back to second base. Danny, no home runs, or I should say 1 home run, 7 RBI, 3 for 3 in the stolen base department. Danny 2 for 6 in the series. Shake at second, John Drow at first base. The stretch by Franklin. And the pitch on the way is high and inside, and now Franklin having a real hard time finding the strike zone. Earlham has had numerous multi-run innings in their first 10 games of the year. They had 2 in Game 1 yesterday, and they had 2 in Game 2, including a 5-run second. The stretch by Franklin, and the runners will take off, and Dopp was hitting and looking to hit and run right there, and boy, each of the 2 base runners had a really good jump against the right-hander Franklin. They would have had those bases stolen easily. But now we'll go to 1 ball and 1 strike. Earlham is never afraid to double steal. They have done it so many times. It really puts a lot of pressure on both the pitcher and the catcher. Franklin once again set to throw, checks the runner at second base. Here's your 1-1 pitch on the way, and it's inside, 2 balls and a strike. And the more you keep pitching behind in the count, the more you're going to be in trouble. We talked about that with Colin Greavy, and now the same for Franklin. No outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Earlham is threatening as Foltz sets up on the outside corner. The stretch by Franklin. He'll take a peek at second base. The pitch on the way popped him up to the right side, and that'll go out of play. Boy, the more chances you get, and this is a prime example for Danny Dopp or anyone else in the Earlham lineup, the more chances you get to see Franklin, the more you start recognizing what pitch he may be throwing. And Kalamazoo feeling the same way for Colin Greavy. The break-even pitch. Nope, we're going to look the runner back to second again. And this is so typical of what Earlham tries to do, and they want to get Franklin thinking about Isaiah's shakedown at second base and then make a mistake to Danny Dopp. Franklin once again will come set at the belt. Here's the pitch on the way. Runners will take off. Ground ball toward the shortstop, Wiley. Nowhere to go with it on the 2 bases. Throws to first, and he gets the out there. Boy, Wiley did a nice job not only looking to see what might be available as he looked toward third base and second base and was still able to get Danny Dopp at first base.
Now batting
1 away. Here's Addison Robertson.
Number 31, Addison Robertson.
Addison 4 for 7, currently hitting .469, 8 runs driven in, 11 for 11 in the stolen base department, and they're going to put him on. Robertson again has been just absolutely destroying the baseball against Kalamazoo pitching. So they're going to go ahead and pitch to Andrew McFadden. From a strategic point of view, this is the right thing to do. Go with the percentages, take the bat out of Robertson's hands, and see if the freshman McFadden, who is 0 for 6 in the series, can come up with a base hit. So 1 more here for Franklin. And here's Andrew McFadden. A lot of hitters will take the challenge of almost feeling like you've been insulted when they walk the guy in front of you to get to you because they don't think you're as good of a hitter. So let's see what McFadden can do right here. Plus, it also sets up a potential double play. Getting out at any base, so the Quakers with the bases loaded. The stretch by Franklin, and the pitch on the way to the plate is low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. The downside is if you're struggling throwing strikes, as Franklin has done here in the first inning, you make a big mistake right here, and it's going to cost you a couple of runs. The stretch by Franklin. Each runner will get their leads. Here's the pitch on the way, and a pitch that was high in the strike zone, swing and a miss. And McFadden will see the count go even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Shake at third, Gendreau at second, Robertson at first base. Quakers down 1-0, looking to tie or take the lead right here. The pitch. This one hit down the right field line, and that will go out of play. One ball, 2 strikes. Now McFadden will have to guess right here, what will Franklin bring? Bases remain loaded. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. And got him swinging, and a nice pitch low and away that McFadden couldn't get to. 2 away. That'll be the first strikeout for Franklin. And none bigger than that one so far. And here's your RBI leader, Ian Bach.
Now batting, the catcher, number 5, Ian Bach.
Ian, so far in the one game he played yesterday, 0 for 4. Franklin trying to get out of trouble here in the bottom of the first inning. That pitch coming inside, almost hitting Ian. And we'll go to 1 ball, no strikes. Bach on the year at 333, a team best 12 RBI. And a great situation to perhaps add to that RBI total right here. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way, and it's high and inside, 2-0. Well, now you're behind 2 balls, no strikes, and this is certainly a hitter's count right here. Let's see if Ian will get a fastball to drive. The stretch again by Franklin. The 2-0 pitch on the way, now 3-0. And it's even better now. He's got to come with something, but right now Bach will not swing the bat no matter what. Walk right here will tie the ball game. Franklin comes set. And the pitch on the way, and that's in there for strike 1. Still a hitter's count. Ian has a chance right here. Should see a pretty good pitch from the right-hander Franklin. The 3-1 delivery on the way, and that caught the outside corner as well, and we're going to go full count. The runners will take off. This is going big either way. We have seen so far a little bit of everything, and we haven't even gotten out of the first inning yet. Time called by Bach. This is now turned into a 27-minute first inning. Stretch again by Franklin. The payout pitch on the way, and a good cut by Ian as he hits that one to the screen. We'll stay at 3-2.
Hey, you just missed it. Come on, Ian.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Again, the runners will get a good jump, and time called again by Ian. He's going to make this a 37-minute first inning. Franklin now with the sign. Here is the payoff pitch once again. That jams him, and he fouls it off. Good at bat so far for Ian Bach. Now Franco went outside twice to get the 2 strikes, came back inside, jamming Ian to the point where he could fight it off, but really couldn't get anything around on the bat, so we'll try it again. High and tight or low and away. Which will he go here? As the right-hander Franklin will come set. The pitch on the way, and he came high and tight, but missed, and that'll tie the ball game. Well, Ian continued to battle and finally draws the walk, and Earlham ties this ball game at 1 apiece. Ian now with his 13th run driven in. Second, or I should say third walk in the inning now for Franklin. And here's Dre Davis. Dre 2 for 7 in the series, hitting at .391.
Number 26.
He has driven in 8.
Davis.
Bases remain loaded. The stretch by Franklin. Here's the pitch on the way, popped him up. Shallow center field, going out and coming in will be LeClaire. He'll call Kareem off, and that'll do it for Earlham in inning number 1. It took 29 minutes to complete the first inning. We will head to inning number 2 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We're tied at 1 apiece.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
Earlham Baseball being brought to you by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group, who has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. 1-1 as we head to the top of inning number 2. For the Hornets, it'll be Reuter, Guard, and Foltz.
Leading off the second inning for Kalamazoo, the left fielder, number 5, Josh Reuter.
Well, we saw 4 walks in the first inning. We saw a wild pitch. We saw a stolen base. We saw a couple of strikeouts. We saw 2 base hits. We saw a controversial call to end the top of the first inning. This is a high fly ball. Shallow left coming in McFadden. McFadden almost coming in. He could shake Pensura's hand. That's how far he came in to catch that one. 1 pitch, 1 out. And they do owe us some time here in inning number 2. So there's 1 away.
The right fielder, number 11.
Here's Guard.
Andre Guard.
I said we did see the intentional walk. We saw about everything in the first inning of 29 minutes of baseball. Here's the pitch by Colin, and it's low ball 1. Andre Guard, 1 for 5 in the series, 0-67 on the year, still looking for that first run driven in of the year. The 1-0 pitch, outside corner for strike, 1-1. I tell you what, Greavy got plenty of rest in the bottom of the first inning. Colin gets the sign from Bach, the high leg kick and the pitch, and a breaking ball that time in there for a strike. Now, he had a couple of issues in the first inning trying to get that curveball across the plate, but not that time. Once again, the outfield straight away. Here's the pitch. That'll be tapped to the left side. Davis will watch that one just go foul right by the third base bag. Davis gambling right there to see if that was going to go foul or not, and it went right by the bag. We'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good baseball IQ there by Dre Davis. Here's the wind and the 1-2 pitch. Got him. Boy, heck of a pitch that time by Greavy. Second strikeout. 2 away, and that'll bring up Alex Fultz.
Now batting the catcher, number 24, Alex Fultz.
Fultz 0 for 3. He's still looking for his first base hit. He's up 11 times so far, has yet to get a hit. And Greavy's pitch is high and outside, 1-0. Two away here in the top of inning number 2 as Greavy with that leg kick again. Here's the pitch and found the location on the outside corner again. We'll go to 1-1. Boy, Greavy has a really high leg kick. Kind of reminds you a little bit of Jordan Christian. He too has a high leg kick. Really gets a lot of push off that back foot. Grounded third base side, but foul. And we'll go to 1-2. Earlham's team batting average, looking at the numbers earlier, it has dropped down to .333 after the first 2 games of this series. Here's your 1-2 delivery on the way. Got him looking as well. Nice breaking pitch. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 2. Greavy, 2 strikeouts in the innings in a 1-2-3 half inning for the Quakers on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We're tied at 1 apiece.
Our community, it's where we live, it's where we work, it's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
So we have a new change already. Price Stash will take over in center field. A little unusual this early in the ball game. LeClaire had started in center.
Now entering the game for Kalamazoo and playing center field, number 34, Zach Price Stash.
There's your announcement on Price Stash. For the Quakers, it'll be Kendall Baker leading things off.
Leading off the second inning for your Quakers, the right fielder, number 1, Kendall Baker.
Here's Kendall Baker, who will step in, and in the series, he'll take that first pitch for a strike. Kendall, 3 for 7. He has raised his batting average now to .231. Novetzky will try to take away the bunt on the third base side. There's a swing and a miss. Kendall was hitting around the Mendoza line so far for most of this 10-game opening series at home, as that pitch is outside 1-2. I want to see him swing the bat a little bit more, even though he did get a bunt single yesterday. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's hit foul. They like the way he swings the bat, though. That was proven last year in the HCAC tournament. in which he hit well over 500, is named the most valuable player of the tournament, and did most of his damage from the number 9 hole. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way is high and outside, 2-2. Hit 8th last night in game 2, is hitting 8th again here in the final game of the 3-game series. The break-even pitch on the way, and boy, that looked good. Boy, Franklin probably wondering what he got to do to get a strike out of that one, because that looked like a pretty good pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Franklin set to throw again, and he misses high for ball 4. That'll be 4 walks now by Franklin. And here's Brian Pinsura. Well, Brian in the series now 1 for 7, currently hitting at .219 on the year.
The shortstop, number 22, Brian Pinsura.
Left-hander now throwing in the Kalamazoo bullpen. The stretch, Pinsura showing bunt. The pitch on the way, it's inside, the throw down to second, and unable to come up with it is Wiley, a stolen base for Kendall Baker. And boy, he wasted no time. As Earlham now has a runner in scoring position, and the count at 1 ball, no strikes. Now to Pinsura. Keep an eye on Baker. He's a guy not afraid to try to steal third as well. Franklin with the pitch, and it'll be bunted right side. Franklin throwing to first, and unable to cover the bag is Kareem as he drops it. Heading home will score. That'll be Baker, and Earlham with their speed. And a nice bunt by Pinsura now leads this one 2-1. That'll be an error on the second baseman Kareem, who was covering the bag at first base. And Baker able to score all the way from second base. Here's Isaiah Shake.
The center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
I know Kareem may have gotten over there a little bit late, but it was a good throw by Franklin. Kareem just dropped the baseball. The stretch by Franklin. And the pitch on the way to the plate, hit into right center field, as going over will be Price Dash to make the catch on the run. And retreating back to first base is Pinsura, and there's one away.
You're getting to be a big boy. I'm just a kid who's born. Each day I grow some more.
Here's Mark Gendreau.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 40, Mark Gendreau.
By the way, Max Novick, a left-handed pitcher, is throwing in the bullpen. And speaking of Max, that one got loose into left field as he sees that one interrupt play here in the second inning. Gendreau walked in the first inning. The stretch by Franklin. A long set and the pitch, and he misses low. Still just one away here in the bottom of the second inning. Quakers able to score a run without getting a base hit. Pinsura down at first base. The stretch again by Franklin. And the pitch on the way, in there for a strike. Pinsura 5 of 6 in the stolen base department. Quakers coming into this one with 39 stolen bases. The stretch again by Franklin. And he'll turn and toss to first base. Quakers have ran their opponents in the stolen base department 39-11. Quakers 39 of 47. Runner takes off. The pitch low and outside. The throw down to second base. And boy, I tell you what, that's a tough one there, but they're going to get Pinsura. I think he got in there first, but no argument from Earlham. And there's 2 away. 2 balls and a strike now to the hitter, Gendreau. So 2 away as Franklin now working from the windup. And the 2-1 pitch by Franklin hit foul. Well, Sack talked about that in the pregame. I had asked him that we have seen our share of runners thrown out at second base or third base, and a few picked off, not so much in the last couple of games, but he wants this team to stay aggressive. Here's the break-even pitch on the way, and it's outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now to Gendreau. The payout pitch on the way, and he lost him. So the Quakers once again as Gendreau walks for the second time. Here's Danny Dopp. That is now 5 walks already in just 1 2/3 innings now for Franklin.
Now batting the first
Here is
baseman,
Danny
number
Dopp.
7,
Dopp
Danny
0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And he'll get a second look at Franklin here in inning number 2, the stretch. And the pitch on the way, grounded back up the middle, takes a piece of the mound. Kareem will flip on to Wiley, and they'll get the force of Gendreau at second base, and the Quakers will get a run as we will head to the 3rd inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham leads this one 2-1.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
We are back once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium as the Quakers finish out their 11-game homestand. We've been talking so much about their trip to Florida that'll begin really tonight. They will leave at 7 o'clock and pretty much drive all night long and get to Fort Pierce, Florida, where they'll open up on Tuesday against Washington College. That is a 10 o'clock start time on Tuesday morning. Nothing but baseball for the next several days through spring break.
Leading off the 3rd inning for Kalamazoo, the 3rd baseman, number 3.
Here is Drew Novetzke. Novetzke hitting at .250 on the year, no home runs and no runs driven in. This will be his first look at Colin, who has now set down 5 in a row. The pitch drops in for a strike. Well, he looks much different in inning number 2 and now the beginning of inning number 3 than he did in the first inning. He had a real hard time finding his control in that first inning. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Now he's finding it pretty easily. Quickly headed 0-2. Novetzke, a junior out of Troy, Ohio. The 0-2 pitch jams him, ground ball. Davis at third. The throw on to first is a high throw, and it'll go over the head of Danny Dopp. And that'll be an error on the third baseman, Dre Davis. So now the error is even at 1 apiece.
The second baseman, number 1, Amani Kareem.
Here's Kareem. Kareem in the starting lineup here today, 1 for 1 so far in the series. The pitch on the way, ground ball toward the shortstop. Pinsura will get one. Jandro will turn, and he said he bobbled the baseball. So everybody is safe. So now runners at first and second. And we'll go to the top of the order now. Jordan Wiley. That'll be error number 2 on the Quakers.
Wiley
walked and scored the only run for Kalamazoo in the first inning. He picked up a stolen base. He is still looking for his first hit. But now 2 errors in the inning. The stretch again by Gravy, the pitch, the bunt attempt, and he'll offer and falls behind a no balls and a strike. You will see Davis charging in at third base, try to take it away from the left side. So what potentially could have been at least 1 out for the Quakers, so far nothing. That's going to be bunted in front as Ian Bach will come out in front of the plate, throw to first. The sacrifice works for Jordan Wiley. And now runners at second and third, 1 away.
now batting the right fielder, number 17, Stephon LeClaire.
Here's LeClaire. LeClaire now in right field. So now Novetzky at third, Kareem down at second base. Chance here for your RBI leader to perhaps tie this ball game. Greavy's pitch on the way, and it's high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Good pressure situation right here for Colin Greavy. See how he'll respond. He'll check the runner at third. The pitch on the way, and he misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. LeClaire singled in the first inning. LeClaire now 3 of 6 in the 3-game set. The stretch once again. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and fooled him on that one. 2-1. Well, we have seen time and time again the Quakers taking advantage of mistakes made by Kalamazoo. Let's see if now the Hornets will do the same thing. LeClaire deep in the batter's box and really crowding the plate on the left side, and he'll take that pitch low for a ball. 3-1. Boy, how this game can change. You think a ground ball, Davis, very reliable down at third. The throw to first gets the error there. You think maybe you're going to get the maybe double play. No worse, get the lead runner at second base, and then Jandro apparently bobbled the baseball, and so both runners are safe, and the game changes pretty quick. And Greavy opened up throwing exceptionally well in his first couple of pitches. They'll throw back to second, tag late on, and they got him. Kareem fell asleep at second base. And that's a big out right there. Nice move that time by Greavy. And LeClaire now with a runner down at third base. Well, that's huge now for the Quakers. The pitch on the way, popped him up. And you see Ian will give it a look, and that'll go out of play. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, again, the game changing rather quickly, right when you think that things are not looking so good for the Quakers. They get the pickoff at second base, and the complexion of the game changes again. And that pitch, boy, that looked like a backdoor curveball on the outside, just missing the plate, and that'll be a walk given up to LeClaire, though that may not be a bad thing. LeClaire, an excellent hitter.
Now batting.
And now you go after Kozelman.
Number 14, Chase Kozelman.
But Kozelman has not been an easy out. He's 0 for 1 today, but he is now 3 of 6 in the 3-game series. See if they may try to get LeClaire moving down at first base and get that runner Novetzke in across down at third as Gravy will come set. The stretch and the pitch on the way, hit to the right side. That'll get through. That's a base hit. That'll score a run, and we're tied at 2 apiece. Well, mentioned Kozelman has not been an easy out, and he proves it right there as he drives in the second run for Kalamazoo. He was going right after that first pitch, took it the opposite way. And now runners at first and second. Connor Grant struck at his first time up. Grant hitting .300 in the series, currently 3 of 10. And now has runners at first and second base. Tie ball game at 2 apiece. The set again by Gravy, and a swing and a hit foul as that one straight back. Pretty good cut there by Connor Grant. Well, the error coming back to score. Novetzke crossing the plate here in the top of the third inning. Runners at first and second. Gravy gets set, checks the runner at second base. And the pitch on the way is high and outside. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. We saw a left-hander throwing in the bullpen for Kalamazoo. So far, no action in the Earlham bullpen. Again, the idea is trying to get Gravy as deep as they possibly can, knowing that they have such a busy schedule next week in Fort Pierce. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's it there for a strike. That's a pretty good pitch right there by Gravy. Off-speed pitch, came inside and right across the plate. Big right here. See if Gravy can get out of this one. Gravy gets the sign from Bach. Runners will get their leads at first and second. Ian will set up on the outside corner. Ground ball toward the shortstop, Pinsura. His throw to first in time, and that'll do it for the third inning. But Kalamazoo comes back with a base hit and a run scored. Couple of errors by the Quakers. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, we're tied at 2 apiece.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Head to the bottom of the third, tied at 2 apiece. It'll be Dopp, Robertson, and McFadden. Take that back. Robertson will lead things off here in the bottom of the third. So we're going to go Robertson, McFadden, and Bach.
Leading off the third inning for your Quakers, the designated hitter, number 31, Addison Robertson.
Robertson walked, an intentional walk back in the first inning. He'll take that pitch low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Franklin back in. The right-hander set to throw. The pitch on the way. That's a called strike. Quakers 1 base hit so far here against the right-hander Franklin. That one is going to be hit to the right side. That'll get through. So there is hit number 2, and you have your leading stolen base man on base here in the bottom of the third inning. Here's McFadden.
Batting the left fielder, number 16, Andrew McFadden.
McFadden struck out in the first inning. Franklin comes set, and the pitch on the way. It's inside, ball 1. Novetzky creeping in down at third, but no indication that McFadden was going to bunt that time, so he'll back up a few steps. Franklin again will come set. And the right-hander's pitch on the way. That's a called strike. Well, anytime you watch Robertson at first base, it never looks like he is prepared to steal. He is generally straight up and down most of the time, just kind of stands there, and the next thing you know, he jumps and takes off. This time he'll get back to the bag in time. Robertson coming in 11 of 11 in the stolen base department. The stretch again by Franklin. And the pitch on the way, took something off that one, and way out in front is McFadden, and he falls behind at 1 ball, 2 strikes. See if Robertson will go right here. Generally, he gets a little bit antsy. He's ready to get going, but he's going to head back to the bag as time is called. Franklin will stay in the dark portion of the turf and then take that little jump, and then he'll go. This time he stays again. The pitch out was on. Nothing happening. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Kalamazoo thinking maybe he was ready to go as well. Two balls, 2 strikes. The stretch once again by Franklin. And tell you what, he got back in time, but he was leaning. Robertson. Franklin once again will throw to first, and be careful there. Almost threw that one away. Two balls and 2 strikes. McFadden back in. Good lead down at first base. He'll take off. Ground ball foul left side. So Robertson got a pretty good jump against Franklin. They're going to go after Fultz, the catcher. A lot of times they'll come right back and do it right after that attempt. No outs here in the bottom of the third inning, tied at 2 apiece. McFadden back in. Franklin will come set, throws to first base. See, the one thing about that right there, the throw to first, is, again, Robertson never gets really a huge lead until the pitcher will work into the stretch, and then he'll kind of take that extra jump. There it is right there. The stretch and the pitch on the way. That's over the head of McFadden. And we'll go to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the question is, do you go ahead and send Robertson right here at 3-2? Give something for Franklin to think about. The stretch. And there he goes, and this one hit well down the line, but that'll go out of play. Good cut there by McFadden.
Keep working, 1-6, keep working.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Gotta throw it in the zone for you, 1-6. You can't walk it. Come on, baby.
So far, just 1 strikeout today for Franklin. That was back in the first inning against this young man right here in McFadden. The stretch again by Franklin. And the pitch on the way, and he got him on a high fastball, and McFadden will strike out for the second time. A big out right there for Franklin. Here's Ian Bach. Ian walked his only time up in the first inning. And we have a visit to the mound. We had mentioned there's a left-hander throwing in the bullpen.
Now batting the catcher, number 5.
Max Novick
Ian
was up. It looks like he may be up again. Catcher Foltz out as well. This may be strategic as well, as you, again, have to think about Addison Robertson at first base, and they're giving them a little more time here to talk about this one. And a little cheerleading going on as well there, just to try to give Franklin some confidence here against Ian Bach. Ian walked in the first inning, then ended up tying the ball game at 1 apiece. Bases were loaded. Ian steps in, the RBI leader on the team. Franklin will come set, and now back to the bag is time called by Ian Bach. Two here in the third. We've gone back and forth over the first, now 3 innings. Franklin again will throw to first. The stretch again by Franklin. And the pitch on the way. Runner takes off. The pitch is in there for a strike, and that'll be another stolen base for Addison Robertson. Robertson now a perfect 12 of 12 in the stolen base department. And Ian down in the count of no balls and a strike, and has a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the third inning. Well, you get your stolen base guy on and eventually gets to second base. Now here's your RBI leader. See if he can drive in a run right here and give the Quakers a 3-2 lead. The stretch by Franklin, check of the runner at second. The slide step and the pitch, and it caught the inside corner for strike 2. Ian thought that pitch might have been too far inside, and he may have a good argument. Foltz did a pretty good job apparently framing that pitch. So Ian steps back in. The runner at second is Robertson. 1 away here in the bottom of the third inning. Foltz will set up on the outside corner. The stretch again by Franklin. A check of the runner, and the pitch on the way, and missed the target. Well, that's not a bad waste pitch right there for Franklin. He was going to go to the outside. If he hits his target, you're looking at Ian having to reach out and perhaps ground that ball into the turf and get an easy out, but that one too far outside, so Franklin again ready to go to work. The stretch, and he'll look back to second base. That was not a big lead that time by Robertson. Franklin looking back at Wiley and Kareem and making sure they're all on the same page if he decides to throw back to the base. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Franklin comes set, and the pitch on the way. That's hit foul. Look out in the Earlham dugout as that one nearly caught a couple of his teammates. We will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, a senior at the plate right here. Want your veterans to come through, and Bach has a chance now at 1-2. The stretch by Franklin, and time called again. And right now, Addison Robertson really bothering Franklin. One away as Earlham tried to get back on top. We've gone back and forth in the first 3 innings. 2-2 ball game. Stretch again by Franklin. And a huge lead at second base. Here's the pitch, grounded foul. This time it'll go down the left side. So Ian stays alive. Another good at bat here in the third inning. Boy, Robertson had a huge lead down at second base. Once you get those two to commit, Wiley or Kareem, you leave a big hole on in fact, both sides of second base. Chance for Bach to get a ground ball through. The stretch, and now they'll throw back. Nope, he'll hold on to it, just bluff the runner back to second. That was Wiley, the shortstop, getting in behind Addison Robertson. One ball, two strikes. Franklin, a long look now into Foltz, will come set. Check of the runner at second base. He'll look again, and here's the pitch finally on the way, and a swing and a miss, and Ian will strike out. That's a huge strikeout for Franklin. 2 strikeouts in the inning for the right-hander, and here's Dre Davis. Davis swung at the first pitch he saw. Back in the first inning, he's 0 for 1.
Now batting the third baseman, number 26, Dre Davis.
So Davis steps in, runner at second base. 2 away here in the bottom of the third inning. Franklin at the belt, checks the runner at second. It comes home with a pitch, and it came inside, and when you could watch that left elbow of Davis, he was about ready to stick it out there and see if he could get on base. It used to be a time they'd almost let you do that. That has been eliminated from baseball, where players will lean into pitches. They don't let you do that anymore. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, Franklin set to throw. The pitch on the way, grounded up the middle. Wiley bobbles it right to Kareem, on to first, and they got him. Ends up being a 6-4-3 out of Dre Davis. We head to the fourth inning. We're tied at 2 apiece on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com. Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
We're back once again here at Sadler Stadium as the Quakers and the Hornets now tied at 2 apiece. We head to the 4th inning. It'll be the left fielder,
number 5,
Josh Reuter. Price Stash hitting in the number 6 hole now for Kalamazoo, and then it'll be Alex Foltz. So Reuter, Price Stash, and Foltz. And Colin Greavy. He got another pretty good rest in that 3rd inning. Each team with 2 runs and each team with 2 hits. And the pitch is low, 1 ball, no strikes. Quakers with the 2 errors, Kalamazoo with a single error. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way and a good curveball. After this one and the Quakers head on the road, they won't be back here for another 17 days. That might be the longest stretch away from home we have seen in a long time. Here's your 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. In between the final game at the trip again to Fort Pierce, Florida, they'll play on Friday of next week. That'll be an early game against Kenya, and then they'll make their way back home. They get a chance to get a workout or two in and then head to Heidelberg on that Tuesday before returning back here. So this is a fly ball into shallow center. Coming on as Isaiah Shake on the run will make the catch, 1 away.
Now batting the center fielder, number 34, Zach Price-Dash.
Here's Price-Dash. Price-Dash inserted into the lineup at center field. They moved LeClaire to right field. So the right-handed hitter will step in. We'll see Greavy for the first time, and the pitch on the way by Colin is another fly ball into center field. Shake will make the catch. 2 quick outs here in the 4th inning.
Now batting the catcher.
Here's Alex
number
Fultz.
24, Alex Fultz.
When Earlham gets back from their trip, you're about, again, halfway through the season. They're going to cram a lot of games into the month of April. Pitch stays high, 1 ball, no strikes. You can go to GoEarlham.com for the complete schedule and come on out and see some Earlham baseball. They got some huge games. Of course, the conference schedule, the defending champions of the conference, picked number 1 in the preseason poll. That'll be chopped foul. But as we have talked about in the entire offseason, not as many conference games this year, but the good news is one more team will be in the playoffs. Here's the pitch on the way. This one is hit into right field. Baker on the run makes the catch in a 1-2-3 inning as we head to the bottom of the 4th. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, we're tied at 2 apiece.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners.
Earlham baseball being brought to you this afternoon by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, just $3.50. Every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki, Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken, or Wednesday, the turkey breast. Treat yourself at Subway, 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Kendall Baker will lead things off, followed by Brian Pinsur, and then to the top of the order, and Isaiah Shake. Earlham so far just 2 base hits. They were averaging 10-plus hits in the first 2 series against Wittenberg as well as Wilmington, but the pitching for Kalamazoo has kind of held him in check here in this series. That pitch low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. And give Franklin credit, he was really struggling in the first couple of innings. Gave up a base hit to Robertson to lead off the 3rd. That's a ground ball left side, could be trouble. Wiley going away from the bag, and they will not get the speedy Kendall Baker, who will beat out the single, and he's on base here in the 4th. Here's Pinsura. Well, if Nowitzki wasn't going to get to it, Wiley going away from the bag, there was no way he was going to make that play. And so now the Quakers will have more speed on the base paths here in the fourth inning. Quakers now pick up their third base hit. Pinsura steps in. Franklin ready to throw on the right-hander's pitch, is swung on and missed. And Pinsura quickly behind it, no balls and a strike. Still a left-hander throwing in the bullpen for Kalamazoo. Max Novick, a freshman. The stretch again by Franklin, the pitch. They'll show bunt, good bunt. Franklin coming off. His only play will be at first base. The sacrifice is successful as Baker on to second base, and that'll bring up now Isaiah Shake. So one away as Isaiah steps to the plate. 1 for 2 with a run scored.
Now batting the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Kendall Baker at second base. If you can get a base hit right here, boy, it's really open on the right side between Grant and Kareem as the breaking pitch falls in for a strike, 0-1. Still the same situation you saw with Addison Robertson on base in the last inning, with Wiley and Kareem really pinching up the middle, leaves up really a good hole on each side. Franklin, a long look into Fultz. Now will come set as he checks the runner at second base. The stretch and the pitch on the way. This one popped up. Shallow center field coming in as Price Stash. He will make the catch, and the Quakers now have 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here is Mark Gendreau. Gendreau's been on base twice today. He's walked both times.
Now batting the second baseman, number 40, Mark Gendreau.
So is it Gendreau or Gendreau? Here's the stretch again by Franklin. And the pitch is inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Quakers have now had 2, 3. This will be their 4th runner in scoring position. If they leave him there, here's a ground ball to the third baseman, Nowitzki. Boy, he kind of shot puts that ball to first base. He still got it there in time. We will head to the 5th inning. Quakers now have left 4 runners in scoring position. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, we're tied at 2 apiece.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
We will be heading to inning number 5 here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. We're tied at 2 apiece. Colin Greavy back in for another inning of work. As we talked about it in the pregame, they're hoping to get 7 or 8 innings out of Greavy today and try to save on their bullpen a little bit before they head down to Fort Pierce, Florida coming up next week. And the reason being, you're going to end up playing 6 games in just 3 days. They will have Walter Talcott available. He did not pitch in this series. So it looks like he may open things up on Tuesday, and then they'll go back to what they consider to be their regular rotation.
The third baseman, number 3.
Here's Novetzke. Novetzke started his college baseball career at the University of Detroit before transferring to Kalamazoo. The pitch by Greavy, low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. McFadden, Shake, and Baker will pretty much stay straight away in the outfield. Here's the pitch on the way. Novetzke showing bunt, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Novetzke reached on an error in the third inning, later scored. That gave the Hornets a 2-1 lead before the Quakers came back to score as well. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's low for ball 2. Only a combined 5 hits here in the final game of this 3-game series. Greavy gets the sign, the high leg kick, and the pitch on the way, and he missed outside. And we'll go to 3 balls and a strike. Here's the 3-1 pitch on the way. That'll be hit to the right side, and that's going to get through the diving Jandro, unable to come up with it. And so Novetzke goes the opposite way for the base hit. Base hit number 3 now by Kalamazoo. And that'll bring up now Amani Kareem. Kareem is 0 for 1 today. Reached on a fielder's choice in the third. He was picked off at second base by Greavy. Third baseman Davis coming in close. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Kareem showing bunt. That pitch will get away from Ian Bach. And the runner will advance down to second base. And that'll bring Steve Sakasits to the mound. Well, that pitch not even in the strike zone that time, anywhere close for Colin Greavy. And Coach Sack coming out to talk to his sophomore right-hander. So now Kareem may go ahead and try to bunt the runner to third base. Well, that's a difficult thing. Again, Kareem leaning in to look to bunt that pitch right around his noggin, and Ian Bach unable to corral that baseball, and that gave the easy advancement for Novetzke to second base. So now the go-ahead run at second here in the 5th inning. The stretch by Greavy. And the pitch on the way, and the bunt. And a good bunt it is as Bach comes out from behind the plate, throws to first, and the only play they had. And that's an excellent bunt by Kareem as he will sacrifice the runner to third. And so 1 away, and we go to the top of the order. Here's Jordan Wiley.
Number 25, Jordan Wiley.
Now Wiley has walked, scored a run, stolen base, and a sacrifice. Chance to give the Hornets a lead here in the 5th inning with 1 away, and Greavy will work out of the stretch once again. A check of the runner. He will bunt attempt, and charging was Davis down at third. So Novetzke gets back in time, so they're going to try to squeeze the run across. And now Wiley behind in the count, no balls and a strike. And you could see Wiley trying to push it to the right side. Danny Dopp playing even with the bag now. And time is called by Wiley. Wiley is struggling in the series. Again, no base hits so far. From that leadoff spot, he saw his average drop down to .211. The pitch on the way, and this one hit back up the middle, and there's your first base hit for Wiley, and it couldn't have come at a better time as Novetzke crosses the plate. And Kalamazoo takes now a 3-2 lead here in the 5th inning.
Now batting the right fielder.
And Wiley,
number 17.
not done. He is 6 of 6 in the stolen base department. Here's Stephon LeClaire. LeClaire singled in the first and then walked in the third inning. So now you have your best hitter at the plate. You have speed down at first base. One away here in the fifth inning, and you have a 3-2 lead. Kalamazoo now out hitting the Quakers 4-3. The stretch by Greavy as Bach set up on the outside corner of the plate, took something off that one, and a swing and a miss. And it's no balls and a strike now to the left-handed hitting Stephon LeClaire. Greavy gets the sign once again, will come set. Good lead at first base, and this one hit foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Wiley got that stolen base back in the first inning. See if they'll send him right here with one away. Of course, Ian will check the armband. That's where the pitch will come from, and a throw to first. Again, it depends on the pitch count of what the Quakers will do. If your pitcher gets ahead in the count, they generally let him throw the pitch he would want to throw. But again, in a defensive situation here, what Wiley may do down at first base could dictate what they'll throw. The stretch again by Greavy. Runner takes off. The pitch is outside. The throw down to second base not in time, and another stolen base by Wiley. His second of the ball game. That wasn't a great pitch that time to handle for Ian Bach. It was low and outside. And we'll get a 1 ball and 2 strikes now to LeClaire. Still no one throwing in the Earlham bullpen at the moment. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to LeClaire. He'll step back in with a runner in scoring position. The stretch again by Greavy. The pitch on the way, low and outside. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, for Kalamazoo, which has been different in the first 2 games, they have been able to get runners in scoring position and eventually get them across the plate. So far, just 1 left in scoring position here in the third game. Greavy's pitch on the way, took something off that one again and strikes out the best hitter in the lineup in Stephon LeClaire, and that's a big strikeout. He got him on that pitch twice.
Designated hitter, number 14, Chase Kozelman.
Here's Kozelman who'll step to the plate. He had that huge base hit back in the third inning, and he still continues to swing a hot bat here for Kalamazoo. Kozelman now with 4 hits in the series. Currently hitting 4 of 10. And Greavy's pitch on the way, low and outside. He did not go around, though, as they'll check the field umpire, and he says he did not. And we'll go to 1 ball, no strikes. Kozelman 1 for 2. Greavy again trying to get out of trouble. Had sailed through the 4th inning. But again, giving up a run here in the 5th. Runner takes off. The pitch right around the head, and that throw goes to third. Davis loses it. Not only a stolen base for Wiley, but that'll be an error on Davis, and another run will score. And the Quakers now trail this one 4-2. Earlham will now have committed their 3rd error of the ball game. And Davis has committed 2 errors today himself. So now the base is empty, and now a left-hander throwing in the Earlham bullpen. Greavy set to throw the pitch on the way, and it's low for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0 delivery on the way, and taking is Kosselman, now 3-1. Creamy may be throwing his final inning of work here this afternoon as the 3-1 pitch on the way popped him up on the right side. The first baseman Dopp at the fence, and that'll hit on top of the Earlham dugout. Three balls and 2 strikes. 4-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. This is the first time we've seen Kalamazoo get more than 1 run in an inning. The payoff pitch on the way, hit foul. Good cut again by Kosselman. Well, there's no doubt when Wiley gets on base, they're a different baseball team. And again, 3 stolen bases in this one. He has scored twice and picked up an RBI. Payoff pitch once again. Lined up the middle. That is going to drop for a base hit right in front of Isaiah Shank. Hit number 5 now for Kalamazoo. And Kosselman has 2 base hits. He continues to hit well. Here's Connor Grant. Grant 0 for 2. Grant struck out in the first inning, grounded out in the third. Creevy again, the sign from Ian Bach. Here's the stretch by the right-hander. The runner takes off the pitch high and inside. The throw down to second, takes a bounce, and they got him. I think he bounced away from the base as Kosselman, sliding on the turf, ends up getting a little bit too anxious to get back to the bag, and when he did, he came off the bag, and he is out at second base. So we will head to the bottom half of the 5th inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham trails this one 4-2.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Well, Quakers try to get back into this one as this one is lined into left center field. That's going to fall in for at least one, as heading to second base will be Danny Dopp with a stand-up double, and a good way to start the Quakers off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Danny, his first hit of the afternoon. And that'll bring up Addison Robertson. Earlham now with their 4th base hit. By the way, new left fielder Alex Kroc will take over in left field. Reuter will move to second base now for Kalamazoo. Robertson singled in the 3rd inning, has a stolen base, and the pitch by Franklin is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Danny hitting the first pitch he saw. Earlham trying to get this offense rolling. Again, only 4 base hits here in the 3rd game. The stretch and the pitch on the way is outside, 2-0. Quakers have left runners in scoring position in the first, third, and fourth innings. Franklin once again set to throw. And the right-hander's pitch on the way drops in for a strike. Now there's a right-hander throwing in the Kalamazoo bullpen. Franklin able to survive a couple of rough innings in the first and the second. Since then, he's thrown extremely well. The pitch hit foul. Good cut by Robertson. After those first two innings, it almost looked like Franklin wasn't going to get out of that second inning. Gave up a leadoff base hit to Robertson in the third, struck out the next two, got a ground out of Dre Davis, and has given up just one base hit up until the double by Danny Dopp. The stretch by Franklin, the pitch on the way, grounded to the right side. The second baseman, Reuter, will field and throw. That'll advance the runner on to third. And Earlham now has their third run of the ball game, standing just 90 feet away here for McFadden. And McFadden has had a rough afternoon. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. Infield is in, and now we'll see the catcher, Foltz, go out and talk with Franklin. Looks like Garrett Swanson and Kunick are now warming up in the bullpen. Our spotters are second to none. If only they had done that in the first two games of the series. The infield stays in. Runner at third is Danny Dopp. The stretch again by Franklin. The pitch on the way to the plate. Check swing, and boy, that's a pretty good pitch by Franklin. We have seen him a couple of times. It looked like it was a good pitch, and I kind of wonder where it was. Apparently it had to have been pretty low, but it looked like it was a good pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Now to McFadden. Here's the 1-0 delivery on the way, grounded down the third base side, and that'll go foul. And the count is even a 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, as always, with the infield in, the percentages go up for the hitter if he can put it on the ground and get it through the infield. Here's your 1-1 pitch on the way, and that one jams him, and he hits it foul. Right in on the hands of McFadden. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The stretch by Franklin, a check of the runner at third. Here's the pitch on the way. That one tapped in front of the plate. Coming out is Foltz. He'll throw to first, get the out there. Excellent play by Foltz, and that'll keep Danny Dopp at third base. Boy, Foltz came out from behind the plate like a rocket to get to that baseball, calling Franklin off. Here's Ian Bach. Well, the nice thing about Foltz doing that, you don't want your pitcher coming in, try to scoop and throw from there. Your momentum is taking you out away from behind home plate, and he makes a strong throw down to first, and now the infield is back with 2 away. Dopp a lead at third. Franklin into the stretch, and the pitch on the way, and got him on the first pitch 0-1. Good breaking ball again by Franklin. Kalamazoo trying to salvage a win in this series as they lost the first 2. Earlham trying to go to 11-0. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Ian today 0 for 1. He has driven in a run. Leads the team in runs driven in now with 13. And he's down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Franklin comes set, the pitch on the way, and got him on 3. That's a good pitch. Franklin
No runs on one hit.
Able to get out of the inning, leaving a runner at third, and Earlham once again leaves a runner in scoring position. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Kalamazoo on top of Earlham 4-2.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery. Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
A couple of changes for Earlham. We'll see Sam Sprocket take over at third base for Dre Davis. And the new pitcher for the Quakers will be Matt Radka.
The first baseman, number 23.
Radka, left-hander.
Grant.
He is out of Uniontown, Ohio, a freshman. And the left-hander will face Connor Grant to lead things off here in the top of the sixth inning. And the first pitch is swung on and hit foul. No balls and a strike. For Matt on the season, this will be his third appearance. This is a high fly ball into shallow center field. Isaiah Shake in a few steps will make the catch. There's one away. But again for Radka, 2 1/3 innings, giving up 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, and 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Here's Reuter. Reuter 0 for 2 today. Both against Colin Greavy as he gets his first look at Radka. And the pitch is low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 5 innings today for Greavy. They were looking for 7 or 8. So back to the bullpen once again for Earlham. Ground ball toward the third baseman. Sprocket bobbles it, and another error on the Quakers. That'll be 4. 3 on your third baseman. Davis got 2. Sprocket just picked up an error right there. Here's Price-Stash stepping to the plate.
Catcher, number 24, Alex Foltz.
We'll take that back. Isn't this Price-Stash? He will square and bunt and bunts it foul.
Correction, apologies. Now batting your center fielder, number 34, Zach Price-Stash.
So Price-Stash will step in. He's down on the count, no balls and a strike. Radka will come set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he'll bunt it again and bunts it this time to the right side foul. And he's quickly behind it, no balls and 2 strikes. Steve had talked about this, a little bit of a lack of focus perhaps for the Quakers here in their games yesterday, hoping that'll change here today. But again, now you're looking at 4 errors on the board. The stretch again by Radka. Checks the runner at first. And the 0-2 pitch on the way is low and inside. Good job by Ian to block that one. And we'll go to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Price dash back in. Here's the stretch and the throw to first. We kind of get the idea. The energy is certainly in favor of Kalamazoo. They're doing most of the talking right now. Earlham's dugout very quiet at the moment. That's a pitch low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One away as we play here in the 6th inning. Runner at first, Josh Reuter. The stretch again by Radka. And the break-even pitch on the way. Got him. Nice pitch by Radka.
Batting the aforementioned catcher.
Here is Alex Foltz. Foltz 0 for 2 today, including a strikeout back in the 2nd inning. Radka once again set to throw, and the pitch drops in for a strike. Now Radka, just another one of the many freshmen who have been put into action here this season in the first 11 games, who have made a contribution. Runner takes off, the pitch in there for a strike, the throw down to second, and a stolen base by Reuter. But now the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Three stolen bases by Wiley. Reuter now has a stolen base. But Radka won't need to worry about it right here if he can get Foltz as time called. A little different day today. We had all the sunshine yesterday, overcast skies a little bit here today as that pitch swung on and missed, and that'll do it. So nothing hurt on the stolen base. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 6. Earlham trailing this one 4-2.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
We're back once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. Earlham trailing at 4-2. We will see Sam Sprocket lead things off here in the 6th inning.
The third baseman, number 42, Sam Sprocket.
Sam on the year hitting at .222. And the first pitch in there for a strike. We'll give Franklin credit. He has continued to pitch well, even though he gave up that leadoff double in the 5th inning. He is a lot sharper than he was in the first 2 innings. And every time the Quakers get a man on, in fact, it's been kind of a trend. They'll get the first runner on, then after that, they run out of gas. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Got him in 3. 1 away, and here's Kendall Baker. Here's how the pattern has gone. Single by Robertson to lead off the 3rd, strikeout, ground out. Single by Baker in the 4th, sacrifice, fly out, ground out. Double to Danny Dopp, and then a ground out, strikeout. This is the first time in the last 3 innings that Earlham has not gotten the leadoff runner on. And Franklin right now in a good position as that pitch is a little bit high, 1 ball, no strikes, and he is right now throwing well. Baker walked and scored in the 2nd inning, got a stolen base, singled in his last time up, and that's hit foul. Kendall, a slap hitter as he can lay down the bunt with the best of them. They like, again, the way he swings the bat. 3rd baseman Novetsky a couple of steps in. Here's the wind of the 1-1 pitch on the way, and swing and a miss. That time he kind of pulled out. That lead foot stepping to the outside part of the batter's box is now the count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Has an open stance anyway. Ground ball back up the middle. Wiley near the bag. The throw to first. 2 away. Here's Pensura. Pensura 0 for 1, sacrificed his last time up. And the Quaker offense stalled.
22, Brian Pensura.
So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning as Franklin with a right-hand pitch in there for a strike. Boy, he is again getting ahead of the hitters as opposed to falling behind the hitters in the early 2 innings of this baseball game. And he has had Earlham's number from the 3rd inning on. The 0-1 pitch on the way, and he deals that one in there for another strike. Well, he is in a zone right now. Give him credit. His day could have been over after the first 2 innings. The 0-2 pitch on the way, grounded to the shortstop. Charging Wiley, off balance, throwing it's off the mark. I think that'll be an infield base hit, though. Good effort by Wiley. Five hits now by the Quakers, and that'll bring up Isaiah Shake. Well, that's one of those tweeners right there. Novetsky to his left. Wiley having to go to his right. Novetsky really cut in front of Wiley.
Isaiah Shake.
And still Wiley almost made the play at first base. Isaiah 1 for 3, a run scored and a single back in the first inning. And the pitch is in there for a strike. If Earlham's going to get anything going, they got to get it going here pretty quick. Franklin strong here in the 6th inning. Would imagine Earlham would love to see the bullpen now come in as that pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. They've seen enough of Franklin here today. 2 away here in the bottom of inning number 6. Quakers down by 2. Pensura at first base and a quick throw over. Franklin gets the sign from Fultz. The stretch and the pitch runner takes off. The pitch is inside. Throw down to second base. Not in time, and a stolen base by Pensura. So now the Quakers have a runner in scoring position again. Pensura a little slow getting up down at second base. May have taken one on the noggin on the way down as he has the helmet off, and he's being checked out by Reuter and Wiley to see if he's okay. So now Isaiah Shake, a runner in scoring position, 2 balls and a strike. And we're talking about 4 straight innings in which the Quakers have had a runner in scoring position. The stretch by Franklin. A look at the runner at second. The pitch on the way. Came inside, and that one almost got him. 3 balls and a strike. Earlham so far today in Game 3, they've not been able to manage to get a multi-run inning going. This one hit into center field. Diving and not coming up with it is Price Stash. A run will score. Isaiah Shake is going to head to third. Here's the throw, not in time, and a triple by Isaiah Shake. It makes it a 4-3 ball game. The entire Earlham baseball team came out on the field. The umpire made them all go back. As now Earlham has closed the gap 4-3. That is base hit number 6. That may be it for Franklin. Good effort by Price Stash in center field, but again, that may do it for Franklin. Mark Gendreau is next. There again are 2 right-handers throwing in the bullpen. They both should be ready to go. And now the home plate umpire will come out and break up the meeting. 4-3. And let's see if the change will be made right here. Generally this long they make a change, but they're going to leave Franklin in. By the way, for Isaiah, that is his first triple of the year. Isaiah now with 6 runs driven in, and the tying run now down at third base. The stretch and the pitch on the way is low, ball 1. Ball skips away from Fultz. He's able to recover it. Boy, just opposite of what we saw in the last 3 innings. This time, Quakers getting hit in the back half. And a huge hit again by Isaiah Shake. 2 away. Stretch by Franklin. The pitch is up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, baseball can be a game that can really humble you at times. You're sailing along and all of a sudden give up a base hit and a run and things change quickly. The stretch again by Franklin. Runner gets the lead down at third. Here's the late kick and the pitch, and he's now behind 3-0. Three balls and no strikes. The pitch on the way, and it catches the inside corner for a strike, 3-1. Isaiah Shake down at third. The pitch on the way, and a breaking ball just missing. Boy, I tell you what, Franklin got squeezed again. I agree with you, Mr. Franklin. I'm not sure what you got to do right there, but here's Danny Dopp. And now we'll see Fultz step out and flash a series of signs from behind the plate.
The first baseman, number 7.
I think we're talking about Dopp. 3 times that Franklin today had just didn't get the benefit from behind the plate. And those are some tough calls. Here's Danny, doubled his last time up, and now Fultz out to the mound. Again, the bullpen should be ready. Both those guys have been throwing for quite some time, and we're going to see a change. So that's going to do it for Franklin. He is done for the day as a pitching change on the way for Kalamazoo. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, bottom of the 6th inning, Quakers trail it by 1.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Well, some excitement during the pitching change as the, I believe, head coach for Kalamazoo, Mike Ott, has just been tossed, and the home plate umpire went out to break up the meeting. And they got into an exchange that didn't go well at all as Garrett Swanson has come in, the right-hander, now for Kalamazoo. And I would imagine that may have had something to do with that one pitch, or maybe more, but at least the one pitch that was made by Franklin that he didn't get the strike call. And Coach Ott let him know he didn't appreciate that, basically told him in some respect to get lost. He kind of waved him off, and that didn't go well with the home plate umpire, so an ejection here in the 6th inning. Kind of felt that was brewing, and we saw some interesting calls early in this ball game that may not have gone well for Kalamazoo, and perhaps a little bit of frustration starting to build. So now Swanson is in. Garrett making his 4th appearance. He's thrown 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs. He has given up 1 walk and 1 strikeout, no record and no ERA.
Now pitching for Kalamazoo, number 44, Garrett Swanson.
So Swanson in, and Ryan Franklin done. He will go 5 2/3 innings. But still, after the first 2 innings by Franklin, we thought he was going to have a short afternoon. You got to give him credit the way he came back and continued to throw strong. So now the Quakers have runners at first and third. Danny Dopp at the plate. Dopp doubled his last time up. Earlham with a run across, and home plate umpire still hearing plenty of chirping going on from the left side. That's where the Kalamazoo dugout is, and the fans from Kalamazoo there as well. The stretch by Swanson, and the pitch on the way. It's outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Shake at third, Jandro at first base. The stretch by the right-hander Swanson. He'll throw to first and nearly threw it away. Quakers run in the first and second innings. That's their first run in the last 3. Swanson comes set at the belt. Checks the runner at first, and the pitch on the way to the plate. Ground ball to the third baseman. Novetzke bobbles it. Run will score. Everybody's safe. And another error on the board, this time against Kalamazoo, and we're tied at 4 apiece. It has been a rough fielding day both ways. And especially at third base. 3 errors at third base for Earlham.
The designated hitter, number 31,
and an error now on Novetzke. Here's Robertson. 6 combined errors. Robertson steps in. Swanson with the pitch, grounded toward the third baseman, Novetsky, and that'll be a foul ball. If he would have called that one fair, you wouldn't need to instigate the fight like you're trying to do now. Sorry. No balls and a strike. Swanson checks the runner at second base, and he'll throw back to second. Tag laid on by Wiley, but not in time. Quakers two runs across here in the bottom of the sixth inning. The stretch by Swanson. Here's the pitch on the way. Came inside and missed. And the count is even a 1-1 strike. That is Wiley, and now to talk with Swanson. Jandro down at second base, Danny Dopp at first. They, too, could pull off a double steal. Good speed both ways as Robertson steps back in. The pitch on the way. This one is hit well into left field. Going back on it is Crott at the fence, off the fence. One run will score. Rounding third, heading home is Dopp. He will score, and Robertson comes through with a huge double, and Earlham now leads this one 6-4. Boy, big hit by Robertson as he continues to stroke the baseball for the Quakers. And now we will see a pinch hitter step to the plate for Earlham. Josh Wilson, a left-handed hitter. Earlham 4 runs in the inning. Robertson with his second base hit.
Now pitch hitting for your Quakers.
Here's Wilson. Josh
Number
Wilson.
17, Josh Wilson.
Here in the sixth inning. We talked about it last night. They really like his left-handed bat. So Earlham now battling back from the deficit, now leading it 6-4. By the way, all those runs will be charged to the starter, Ryan Franklin. The pitch, low and inside. The only one that is not is the Danny Dopp run. 1 ball, no strikes. Jandro, Shake, and Pinsura all again charged to Ryan Franklin. So now Swanson trying to end the inning. The stretch, the pitch. Wilson takes low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Earlham now 6 runs and 7 base hits. 3 hits in this inning alone, including a single, double, and a triple. The stretch by Swanson. And the 2-0 pitch on the way, missed outside, 3-0. There is a right-hander again throwing in the bullpen for Kalamazoo. That's number 36. Kunick still throwing. Swanson comes set at the belt, checks the runner, and the runner takes off. The pitch is outside and not even a look at third base, as Robertson will steal that one easily. So walk to Wilson. Here is Corey Arnold. Arnold will hit for Ian Bach. As Earlham making another change. Arnold hitting at .250 on the year, just his 5th at bat of the season. Has a couple of walks.
Pitch hitting for your Quakers, number 18, Corey Arnold.
This is now the 9th hitter hit in the inning. Runners will be at first and third. Swanson set to throw the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Ian Bach will be done for the day. Ian struck out twice. Probably see Wilson go back behind the plate after, again, pinch hitting for McFadden. The stretch again by the right-hander Swanson. Runner at first takes off the pitch. In there for a strike, and I'm not sure exactly where Fultz was thinking about going with the baseball.
You got two out there, 1-8. Come on.
No balls and 2 strikes now to Corey Arnold. Chance to perhaps drive in a couple of runs right here. Big bat from the right side. Swanson with the pitch. That's off the end of the bat, foul.
Come on, 1-8. Come on, 1-8.
Quakers have scored 4 runs. They've had a single, double, triple. They've stolen 1, 2, 3 bases in the inning. They've had a walk. They've reached on an error. Much like what we saw in that first inning, in which it took 29 minutes to complete. We've seen about everything in this inning as well, as that pitch low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This all started with Sam Sprocket, who's on deck. He struck out, and they got Kendall Baker, and this has all happened after 2 outs in the inning. Long look by Swanson. Runners will get their leads at second and third. The pitch on the way, and another foul ball. Good job by Arnold as he stays alive. Just gets a piece of it. Second time that the Quakers have gone 4+ runs in an inning. The last time was in Game 2 yesterday. Earlham had 5 runs in the second inning. The stretch, here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. Came back inside and missed low, 2-2.
Keep working.
2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Swanson gets the sign from Fultz. And the pitch on the way inside for ball 3. Robertson's at third, Wilson down at second base. Earlham trying to add to 4 runs they put across already here in the bottom of the 6th inning. See if Arnold will get a breaking pitch right here. Swanson again, another long look into Fultz, now ready to throw. And your payout pitch on the way was a breaking ball. 1 hopper to the shortstop, Wiley. He will throw on to first, a low throw. And Grant will dig it out right there. But Earlham coming up with 4 runs in the inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham on top of this one, 6-4.
Earlham 6.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
Well, we thought we'd see Josh Wilson again come in and catch for the Quakers. Alec Bryan will take over now in left field.
Now catching for your Quakers, number 17, Josh
Looks
Wilson.
like those are the only changes for the Quakers, as Sprocket will stay in at third base. Of course, Wilson, a very good defensive catcher, and they really like the way he swings the bat from the left side. And we will see Novetzke lead things off here in the top of the seventh inning.
Leading off the seventh inning for Kalamazoo, the third baseman, number 3.
Novetzke has scored twice today, reached on an error back in the third inning, singled and scored in the fifth. Radka back in, a Radka chance here to pick up a win. And the left-hander's first pitch on the way. Chop toward the shortstop. Third baseman Sprocket will cut him off. Throws to first and gets the out. One pitch, one out here in the seventh inning. Nice play by Sprocket. Here is Alex Crott.
Now batting the left fielder, number 21, Alex Crott.
So Crott will hit in the number 9 hole. And Radka set to go to work on the left-handed hitter, and the first pitch is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Bunt attempt, and he'll bunt it foul. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Crott. Crott hitting at 167 on the year. Radka ready to throw the pitch on the way, and it misses low and inside. 2 balls and a strike. Earlham 6 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors on the board. 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. Now by Kalamazoo. Here's the pitch. That's a pretty pitch right there, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the break-even pitch on the way. That swung on and hit into left field. Going toward the line, making the catch will be Alec Bryan. He started to come in and then made the adjustment, makes the catch near the line, and there's 2 away.
Now batting the shortstop, number 25, Jordan Wiley.
Here's Wiley. With 2 away, Wiley had a pretty good game here in the final game. He scored twice, 3 stolen bases. Got his first base hit of the series in the 5th inning, and Radka's first pitch is high, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's a called strike. Kalamazoo's fans not happy with this umpire behind the plate. They're all over him once again. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This time gets away from Wilson. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 delivery on the way, and the breaking ball stays low. 3 balls and a strike. Matt Mathias now throwing for the Quakers. Radka ready to throw. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and it's in there for a strike as Wiley showing bunt. He'll pull back, but another good pitch by Radka. And we'll go full balls, 2 strikes. And Radka missing outside, and that'll be a 1-out walk, actually 2-out walk given up now to Wiley. And that'll bring up now
batting
Stephon LeClaire.
Number 17, Stephon LeClaire.
Second walk now by Wiley. LeClaire singled back in the first inning, walked in the third, struck out in the fifth. Radka will throw to first. So far, Radka has given up just 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. No hits so far off Radka for Kalamazoo. The stretch by the left-hander. Runner takes off. The pitch in there for a strike. Throw down by Wilson, not in time. And that'll be a stolen base by Wiley. That is his 4th stolen base in this final game. So now the Hornets have a runner in scoring position here in the 7th inning. The stretch again by Radka. And that one caught the outside corner for a strike. That'll even things up at 1-1. By the way, the hitter, LeClaire, is a switch hitter. He'd been hitting from the left side, now from the right side, and the throw back to second base, and it gets through, but no advancement as Wiley changes his mind. Good backup there by Isaiah Shake. Earlham right now holding on to a 2-run lead as Radka set to throw, as he will not even take a look at the runner. He'll take off, and no throw at third, and Wiley stole that one off the pitcher, Radka. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now runner at third, and LeClaire a chance to make this a 6-5 game. Big lead by Wiley. The pitch on the way. This is hit down the right field line. That will be a fair ball. Wiley scores. LeClaire to second base as that one bounces over the fence. A ground rule double, and it's all of a sudden 6-5. And this happening with 2 outs in the inning. LeClaire driving in his second run. And we're back to a 1-run ball game. So here's Chase Cosselman. Cosselman, a couple of base hits today. He's been a tough out for Earlham pitching. And that pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, Matt Mathias still throwing for Earlham. They may need him a little quicker than they thought after Wiley walked, stole a couple of bases, and then LeClaire with a base hit. Here's the pitch on the way. That one is hit down the right field line as well. Baker will watch that one sail out of play. One ball and 1 strike. Well, Radka again got those first 2 outs. Since then, he has struggled a little bit here against the top of the order. Here's the pitch, and that one bouncing away from Wilson. That'll be a wild pitch. 2 balls and a strike, and LeClaire standing at third base. He now represents the tying run. So now Cosselman a chance here to tie the ball game. Radka With the pitch on the way, grounded over the middle. Charging will be the shortstop, Pensura. The throw to first, and they got him. We head to the bottom of the seventh inning. Kalamazoo not going away just yet. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham leads it by 1.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
We head to the bottom of the seventh inning. It'll be Sprocket leading things off with the Quakers, and he'll be facing a new pitcher as John Kunick will step in. Third appearance on the year, 2 1/3 innings, 4 hits, a run. It was earned, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. And he opens up with a breaking pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Kunick, no record, an ERA of 3.86. The 0-1 pitch grounded softly to the left side. This could be trouble. Novetzky charging and throwing. Nice play by Novetzky to get the out. There's one away. Here's Kendall Baker. Kendall 1 for 2. His base hit came back in the fourth inning.
Number 1, Kendall Baker.
Of course, Novetzky full aware at third base. What Baker can do with the bunt is that pitch just a little bit high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. We will probably see Matt Mathias come in for the Quakers as that's slapped foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. If we do see Mathias, already his 6th appearance on the year. 1-1 pitch, bunted third base side. Coming off the mound, Kunick, the throw to first, and that'll be an infield base hit again for Kendall Baker, able to bunt his way on. Second base hit of the ball game. And Earlham gets a man on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Earlham now with 8 base hits. And here's Brian Pensura.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 22, Brian Pensura.
Pensura singled in the 6th inning, scored a run after getting a stolen base, part of that 4-run inning. And a throw to first base. Of course, Kendall Baker, one of the team's best stolen base threats, got a stolen base back in the 2nd inning. The stretch by Kunick. Long delay and a throw back to first once again. Pensura once again still waiting to see his first pitch from Kunick as he's thrown over to first base once again. Quakers on top 6-5 as we play here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The stretch by Kunick. And another throw to first.
Oh, that's clever. You've never done that one before.
Of course, the Earlham fans giving Kunick a piece of their mind about throwing over again. Here's the pitch on the way out of the catcher's mitt of Fultz, and that'll be a pass ball. So all that to first base, and Baker simply will run down to second base after the mistake by Fultz. One ball, no strikes. Now to Pinsura. Earlham again with a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the seventh inning. The stretch by Kunick, and he'll throw and almost threw that one into center field. Wiley able to come over and get it. That one went behind Baker.
Now he's worried.
So far, Pinsura's seen just one pitch. Everything else has gone to a base. And now Kunick gets the sign from Fultz. The pitch on the way to the plate, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giacalone is warming up. Our crack staff at it again. Here's the stretch and the pitch. That's a strike. You know, where were these guys in the first 2 games? One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. By the way, Quakers have now left 7 runners in scoring position in this third game. That pitch in the dirt, good job by Fultz. 2 balls, 2 strikes. If you are counting, we are closing in on 2 hours and 40 minutes, and the scoreboard just went off. Here's the pitch on the way. Fly ball into center field. The scoreboard is back. The numbers are messed up. The ball caught in center field by Price-Dash. Baker back to second. We have 2 away. And Isaiah Shake will step to the plate. Isaiah, that big triple in the 6th inning. Isaiah now 2 for 4 and a visit to the mound.
Now batting for your Quakers, the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
That's going to do it for Kunick as a pitching change now on the way for Kalamazoo. We'll talk about the new pitcher coming up in a moment. Quakers lead this one 6-5.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
Earlham Baseball being brought to you this afternoon by Chef KC, located at 1301 South L Street in Richmond. Catering for all events or occasions, personal chef and traveling barbecue service, carryout, and delivery is available. Chef KC, 1301 South L Street in Richmond. New pitcher now for the Hornets, as we will see Joe Giacalone step in. Giacalone, left-hander, a senior out of White Lake. Giacalone making his third appearance on the year, 1 2/3 innings. He has given up 2 hits, 1 run, no earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and no walks so far this season. Earlham trying to hold on to a 6-5 lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. As Giacalone now getting his final warm-up tosses, as he will be facing Isaiah Shake with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Kendall Baker at second base. And we'll see if Isaiah can deliver once again the way he did in the 6th inning. So Giacalone steps up as we will see Isaiah into the batter's box with, again, Baker at second base. Giacalone looks in now to Fultz. The left-hander will now take a look at the runner at second base. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's a strike. Baker will do his share of dancing around down at second base. Gets a good lead. Wiley will try to keep him close as he sneaks up behind him. Here's the stretch by Giacalone, and the pitch on the way. Took something off that one, and Isaiah way out in front. No balls and 2 strikes. Earlham trying to get a run back after Kalamazoo came back with a run of their own in the top of the 7th inning. Giacalone once again set to throw. Here's the pitch on the way. Isaiah may have got a piece of it, so he'll stay alive at 0-2. Well, Matthias has stopped warming up. He is apparently ready to go for Earlham in that 8th inning. No balls and 2 strikes. Giacalone once again comes set as he checks the runner at second base. And now a pitch on the way to the plate. It stays up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shake back in as Giacalone gets the sign. And the 1-2 pitch on the way, got him swinging. So Giacalone does his job. We're going to head to the 8th inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers lead this one by 1.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Well, Matt Mathias will be in for the Quakers. This is his 6th appearance, 11 in the 3rd innings, giving up 9 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 7 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Mathias 1-0 on the year with an ERA of 2.38. Connor Grant will step in, and the senior right-hander's first pitch is in there for a strike. Spencer Owen, the closer, now warming up for the Quakers. Grant 0 for 3. The stretch by Mathias. And time is called. Matt, after shaking off the first 2 sides, now gets the pitch he wants, and the breaking ball just high. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Quakers with 9 hits on the afternoon. Kalamazoo with 5. Or take that back with 6. There's a nice breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-2. Earlham now with the 8 runners left in scoring position. That's a huge key, and of course the 4 errors has certainly been an issue here today. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Grounded back to Mathias, able to snag that one out of the air. He will run about 80% of the way, and he and the hitter, Connor Grant, apparently had some words. That makes Brian Cox happy. So the umpire comes out making sure that that doesn't escalate into anything else, as there's one away.
Now batting the second baseman.
Here's
5,
Reuter.
Josh Reuter.
Reuter 0 for 3. Reached on an error in the 6th inning. Does have a stolen base. 1 away here in the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. We'll keep an eye on things after the game when these 2 teams shake hands. The stretch again by Mathias. And the 1-0 delivery on the way, tapped. Mathias will field and throw, and a high throw, and the tag laid on, and coming down, Danny Dopp as well to get the out. So 2 quick outs, and Mathias involved in both of them. Here's Bonavere.
Now pinch hitting for Kalamazoo, number 27, Todd Bonavere.
So Bonavere will hit in the place of Price Dash in the number 6 hole. Bonavere 0 for 9 so far this year. Bonavere taking his time getting into the batter's box. Well, Mathias doing his job as he is now 1 out away from setting things up for perhaps for Spencer Owen, as that pitch is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. If we see Spencer in the 9th inning, he will be shooting for his 4th save of the year. One ball, no strikes. The pitch, hit foul. And that'll even things up at 1-1. Well, Earlham has battled back in all 3 games from an early deficit. They do it again here today after trailing 4-2, then 4 runs in the bottom half, as that pitch in there for a strike in the bottom half of the 6th inning. One ball, 2 strikes now to Bonavere. Right now the Quakers are 4 outs away from going to 11-0. Matthias ready to throw as he gets the sign from Wilson. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's off the end of the bat foul. And we'll stay here at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two away here in the 8th. The stretch. And the pitch by Matthias. Hit foul. And boy, good job by Bonavere as he was waiting on that breaking pitch. We will stay at 1 and 2. Matthias gets the sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. That's hit down the line and will go into the bullpen. And we'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bonavere battling here in the 8th inning. Good battle going on right here between Matthias and Bonavere. The stretch again by Matt. The pitch on the way, tapped back to Matthias. How about Matt? Involved in all 3 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Matthias does his job. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 8. Quakers on top, 6-5.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Couple of changes for Kalamazoo as Straley will take over in left field. LeClaire goes to center. Crott is now in right field. And for the Quakers, we will see Mark Gendreau step to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
The 8th inning for your Quakers.
Giacalone stays in as the left-hander.
Mark Gendreau.
So Mark steps up. Here's the stretch by the pitcher, and it's in there for a strike. Looks like everything stays the same for Kalamazoo on the infield as that pitch low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The only thing we saw change was in the outfield. Ritter again at second base. Here's the stretch and the pitch. It's outside. 2 balls and a strike. And looks like Grant still at first. So again, those are the only changes. Straley, LeClaire, and Crott. The stretch by Giacalone. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's outside. 3 balls and a strike. Mark has walked 3 times. The pitch hit foul.
Now playing left field for Kalamazoo, number 42.
3 balls and 2 strikes now to Mark Gendreau. Giacalone will come, set the pitch on the way, and it's up high for ball 4. And how about Gendreau That is his 4th walk of this game. So the Quakers have a man on here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That'll bring up Danny Dopp.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 7, Danny Dopp.
Danny 1 for 4, doubled back in the 5th inning. The stretch and the pitch on the way, hit foul. Good cut by Dopp. We mentioned Spencer Owen throwing in the bullpen. He is going to come in the 9th inning. Dopp reached on an error in that 6th inning, scored one of the 4 runs. Takes the pitch outside, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jandro with the lead at first. The stretch by Giacalone. And the pitch on the way is a breaking ball, and boy, that didn't miss by much either. Well, Giacalone may feel a little bit like Franklin. He thought he got squeezed. 2 balls and a strike. Popped him up. See, he'll make a play here. The first baseman, Grant, is there. Makes the catch in foul territory. There's 1 away. That'll bring up Robertson. Robertson doubled in the 6th inning. Couple of base hits, couple of stolen bases as well.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 31, Addison Robertson.
So 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. See if they send Jandro anytime soon. Here's the stretch by the left-hander. This one is hit into left center field. That's going to fall in. Heading to third is Jandro. Heading to second base with a double is Robertson. And the Quakers now have runners at second and third, and 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And how about Robertson continuing to hit the ball well? His 3rd base hit, his 2nd extra base hit. And now the Quakers, chance to add as Wilson will step to the plate. Josh Wilson walked his last time up, got a stolen base. And they will go ahead and walk him to load the bases.
17, Josh Wilson.
And we will see Alec Bryan. 2nd intentional walk now by Kalamazoo pitching. First one came to Addison Robertson back in the 1st inning. So again, Fultz stepping outside. There is 3. We'll have 1 more, and the bases will be loaded. We mentioned Alec Bryan hitting at 364. He has gone back now. We're going to see another change. In fact, the Quakers now will go with James Grace. So James Grace will be hitting. James hitting at 417 on the year.
Quakers, number 29, James Grace.
Has a couple of RBI. James, just a freshman out of Mason, Ohio. Giacalone trying to get out of trouble here in the 8th inning without giving up any more runs, as right now the Quakers lead it by 1. Time called, and there you get it.
Hey, build your confidence right here, 2-9. Come on, kid.
Just one away here in the 8th inning. Infield at medium depth as the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Giacalone had Grace way out in front. Quakers now in double digits in hits with 10. Giacalone will come set, checks the runner at second, the pitch on the way, squeeze bunt, and this could be a good one, and it is. And at third, I'll tell you what, a throw will get Robertson in a rundown, and Robertson will be tagged out, but they're going to get the run. The throw will be thrown down to third, and that thing went everywhere. But Earlham able to squeeze across the run. 7-5, Quakers on top. And now runners at second and third. And 2 away. Boy, Grace does his job. Nice bunt. And now we will see Sprocket step to the plate.
Now batting the third baseman, number 42, Sam Sprocket.
That was an excellent bunt. Again by Grace. And now Giacalone goes to work here on Sprocket. The pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Quakers now with 11 base hits. Sprocket 0 for 2 today. Filling in for Dre Davis, who was replaced down at third base. The stretch by Giacalone. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. It's low, 2 balls, no strikes. Well, Earlham able to get an insurance run here in the bottom of inning number 8. The walk coming back to get Giacalone. 2 walks in the inning now by Giacalone as the left-hander will come set. Here's the pitch on the way. Grounded back up the middle. Second baseman Reuter will throw on to first, and staying on the bag will be Grant. And that will do it for the Quakers in the 8th inning, but Earlham picks up a base, I should say a run, in the 8th inning, and Earlham on top of this one in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 7-5.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Well, a couple of changes for the Quakers as we thought we'd see Spencer Owen. We'll talk about Spencer in a moment. And Dorian Holmes will now check in as the new left fielder. Holmes has been mostly a backup first baseman for Earlham here this season. And for Spencer Owen, he's now making his 6th appearance. 4 1/3 innings, he's given up 3 hits, a run. It's been earned, 10 strikeouts, and 3 walks. And Spencer has 3 saves, a 1-0 record, and an ERA of 2.08. And it is still a save opportunity here for Spencer. Well, Earlham managing to score 5 runs over the last 3 innings, despite leaving 10 runners in scoring position in this one here today. So Spencer getting his last warm-up tosses in. And as we go, we'll see if there are any changes here for Kalamazoo in the top of the 9th inning. Here is Brendan Goslin.
Now pinch hitting for Kalamazoo, number 9, Brendan Goslin.
So Goslin will step up here in the 9th inning. Goslin 0 for 4 on the year. And Spencer set to throw, and the right-hander's first pitch is low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Well, this one not always pretty today, but nonetheless, Quakers get a win. They head south at 11-0. The pitch, that's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now to Goslin. Fly ball to the second baseman as Jandro will squeeze that one. There's 1 away. One away here in the 9th inning. Here's Novetzky.
Now batting the third baseman, number 3, Drew Novetzky.
The pitch by Owen, and it's inside, ball 1. I think Spencer last year, the entire year, had 3 saves. He'll have 4 in the first 11 games. Here's a line drive into right field. Baker is there, 2 away. So now Earlham 1 out away from sweeping this one.
Now batting the left fielder, number 21, Alex.
Here is Crott, 0 for 1. And Owen's first pitch in there for a strike. Owen gets the sign. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's low, ball 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit foul. And now the Quakers are 1 strike away from sweeping the 3 games. They will pack up, and in about 4 hours will head south. That pitch low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the break-even pitch on the way. Got him swinging. Earlham rallies for the 3rd straight time. They win this one here tonight by a final score of 7-5.
Best of luck to the Quakers on their
Quakers 11-0 on the season. Colin Greavy gets the win. He's now 2-0. Ryan Franklin will take the loss.
Thanks for coming out. Have a great evening, everyone.
As the Quakers 11-0 for the first time in their history, they will now play on the road for the first time this year as they will head to Fort Pierce, Florida. They will play on Tuesday against Washington College at 10 o'clock. They'll play Wednesday at 10 and 2, Thursday at 10 and 2, and then Friday at 10. The first time we'll be back here following that road trip. They'll go to Heidelberg before they come back home. It'll be Wednesday, March the 28th, when they'll play Grace. That'll be a 5 o'clock start time, and we'll, of course, have that game right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. And then their first conference matchup, they'll be hosting Bluffton Friday, March 30th at 5 o'clock. Make sure you check out Earlham's website for all the latest baseball information and sports information as a whole at GoEarlham.com. Final score once again, Quakers win at 7-5, 7 runs, 11 hits, and 4 errors. For Kalamazoo, 5 runs and 6 hits and 2 errors. Thanks for being with us. Quakers win at 7-5. This has been Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.